Melissa, I am a little bit discombobulated here because all of our recording times have changed around for this show, for crossplay, all that stuff. They're kind of all up in the air. Did I tell you much about the Bob's Burgers weekend that I had?
You said that you and your girlfriend made 50 ways to leave your guava burgers. Yes. And you went to the movies and you really enjoyed the movie.
Okay, so I did mention it, but that was on the captain's log last time we recorded it, or was that like on a review show? Like, how was your weekend? It was good.
Yeah, I think it was the "How was your weekend" beginning of the review show.
Okay. So I'll go into a little bit more detail this time since we're on the captain's log here. So I had a Bob's Burgers weekend. Like 2 weekends ago by now. And it was really fun. I like the show. My girlfriend likes the show. She's the one that got me into watching it. And over the past, I don't know, like 2 years now, we've been just slowly watching the show. And we caught up like the weekend that the Bob's Burgers movie came out. We have now, we're all caught up on the show. Season 12 is the most recent one. Wow. And they had their finale the same weekend that the movie came out.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we went to go see the movie. We got caught up with the show. And then I bought my girlfriend the official like Bob's Burgers cookbook.
I like that you're holding up your hands to frame where it would be and isn't, even though I'm sure you could like go to your kitchen and actually get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I bought that for her, and it has a bunch of the like joke burgers that are in the show up on his like burger of the day. And we tried one of them that weekend, like you said at the start here. It was the 50 ways to leave your guava burger. And to be honest, I'm kind of a picky eater. So I was like, this is the one I think I am most okay with eating. But man, it was so good. It was basically a Hawaiian barbecue burger. Is what it was. We made the patties ourselves. We seasoned them. It was a homemade barbecue sauce that the recipe had us make with guava jelly. It was like guava jelly and ginger and like Worcestershire sauce and soy sauce. And you makes the barbecue sauce. And then you put like a pineapple slice on there and some bacon, and it's just the thing was so good. And we've now used that barbecue sauce, that same recipe on like we made ribs since then and stuff. And we're just like, I think we found like our homemade barbecue sauce that we can put on stuff. It's so good.
As every couple who's just moved in together, you got to find your barbecue sauce.
You really do. I'm not even kidding. I mean, like if you have like a partner and you like a fun thing to do is like find recipes that you guys enjoy making together and stuff like that. And that's been one of the goals of my girlfriend and I is to like step up our cooking game and like have some just really, really good recipes that we can make our own and make on our own that we can just have some really good food. And so yeah, we now like have these burgers, but we also have just like, well, we can use that barbecue sauce for other things. Like we can do this and we can do that. And we're just like, yeah, now we're starting to think. But that was good. The Bob's Burgers movie itself was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. If you're a longtime fan of the show, I think there's a couple real emotional moments in there that might make you tear up. To be honest, I almost teared up at one of the bits there. I was just like, oh, this is so good. I like it.
I'm happy that that's following in the footsteps of the Simpsons movie, which also has a part in it that makes me cry.
There you go. Yeah, I liked it a lot. The animation is slightly different, same character design, same all that, but they use some CGI to build out some of the sets to do, like you've seen on movies and shows where like they do the like 3D camera of the set and all that. So yeah, things look slightly different in there, which was a bit jarring at first, but by the end of it, I didn't mind at all. It's actually almost a musical. Like there's a couple musical numbers in there. Which if you know the show, they usually have some song that they sing at the end credits that they made up for each thing there, and it's fantastic. I had a blast. If you get the chance to go see it, go check it out. I highly recommend it.
Nice.
That was my Bob's Burgers weekend.
Thank you for sharing this fully detailed experience.
Yeah.
Last weekend, I went to one of my local IMAX theaters to see Top Gun Maverick. And it was a transcendent experience.
Oh man. I still haven't gone to go see it yet. My parents have said the same thing of like, hey, go check it out. It was really good.
I say go for the IMAX. Now, St. Louis, in our Science Museum, we have an OmniMax, which is an IMAX theater that is a 5-story dome. No, you're in a dome. It's like going to a planetarium, which we also have, but the planetarium is a movie theater. It's huge. I saw Rogue One there 5 or 6 years ago when Rogue One was happening. I wanted to see it there, but I would also have to pay for parking at the Science Museum. And I'm like, I'm not paying for the expensive movie ticket and for parking. So I just went to a conventional IMAX screen in a local standard movie theater. The packed crowd, so lively, so vibrant.
That's awesome.
The second when you see the plane take off and they play Danger Zone, I understood why humans seek thrills. I know why people skydive. I know why my dad owns a motorcycle now. I understand thrill. And I think this is mine. This felt like being on a roller coaster. Like it felt like a ride. I don't remember last time I got to be on a ride, but this felt like it. I think this is the type of thrill seeker I am. I'm not going to be on a motorcycle. I'm not going to go skydiving or whitewater raft or anything. But I will go see very intense, immersive IMAX experiences. I had to get myself to a 4DX. We don't have any here. I got to find whatever the closest 4DX theater is here in the Midwest.
I've heard the 4DX experience for this one is pretty good, actually. So I've never been to a 4DX theater. I don't like them. I don't like the experience of those sensations and things that they do to try and make you feel like you're in the action.
I want to try it.
I feel like I have to try it eventually on something.
Okay, we can go to Wichita. There's a 4DX there.
Interesting. Okay. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the palindromatic 191 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined by Melissa Wilkinson.
You are. Hello.
I am. Hello indeed. Melissa, this is our second podcast of the day.
Yeah.
We did, we typically record the Whatnauts review show on Sunday mornings. We don't typically record the Captain's Log on Sunday afternoons, but yet here we are. Sam is joining us in the chat.
Hello, Sam.
This is early Sunday. Yes, our schedules have gotten all discombobulated and stuff like that. So here we are doing our thing. all of that good stuff. Yeah, I'm still hoping to make it out to Top Gun. I feel like that's one that will be in theaters for a while, considering how much money it's been making. Apparently it's like Tom Cruise's like best opening weekend of any of his movies of all time.
Surprising.
I mean, people really like that first one. Like it is a classic. I know maybe for more modern audiences, younger audiences, they're just like, it's a movie.
They might like the vibes of it. Top Gun is great at vibes, just like the California beaches, sunsets over the water, the vistas of the original Top Gun are fantastic.
And then people have been saying that this is a great sequel. So it seems like it has everything going for it. So there you go. Hopefully I can get my butt into one of those seats there.
I recommend.
Yeah, indeed. But Melissa, speaking of vibes, I got some hard Mountain Dew.
Wow.
Right here. This is hard Mountain Dew watermelon. That's it.
The wildest of the flavors.
The name. Yeah. No like black cherry. It's just watermelon.
It's the most summery, so I'm happy you saved it for last as we get deeper here into summer. This is a flavor to be enjoyed after Memorial Day.
Yeah, right. It's good summery flavor. So all of these cans have the like biker logo symbol. It's hard for you guys to see this on camera here on the podcast, but yeah, this one has a snake, which you would think they would maybe pair with like an apple flavor, but a summery snake and watermelon here. Maybe they're trying to say that this one has a sting to it or something. A venom thing.
You open up the watermelon, there's a snake inside.
Right, yeah.
A snake many snakes, I bet, could fit in many watermelons.
You could probably have a couple, yeah.
Don't put him in. I don't know if a snake wants to be in a watermelon, but I'm saying they would fit.
This one smells the worst.
Oh,
I will say that. I got a whiff just as it was like sitting out here, like a foot away from my face. Fermented watermelon smells weird. I mean, I don't think. I guess I don't know if this is made with actual watermelon. I would assume not, and it's just like the flavoring. But
I don't know.
Let's see what it tastes like. Interesting.
Huh.
Weird. So I've been bringing these hard Mountain Dew flavors on the Captain's Log for the past month now. This is the final one here. So we're going to rank the flavors. There's two of them that taste more like medicine to me.
Yep.
And
inevitable.
It's not. So one of the flavors is black cherry, but that's not one of the ones that tastes like medicine to me, which is interesting because cherry is usually the one that everyone's like, that tastes like medicine. Gross. This one kind of tastes like medicine to me. I don't know. It's this one and then like the original Mountain Dew flavor are the ones that taste like medicine to me. I guess the original Mountain Dew one less so because it just tastes like Mountain Dew, but it's the one that had the most like, oh, this has like that weird alcohol aftertaste stuff.
Yeah.
So this one definitely tastes like watermelon. Like it's a good, crisp, summery watermelon. I think it has more flavor than like a White Claw if you want like a hard seltzer with that. This has like more of a punch to it, not like a fruit punch flavor, but like an actual it has a sting, right?
A sting like a snake has. A snake has a bite. It doesn't have a sting.
With its two stingers. It's stingers in its mouth.
Teeth are mouth stingers. You're right.
It's not bad. Like I don't dislike it, but I can see have like, okay, this is maybe a little more medicine-y than I would hope for, but it's still good. I enjoy it.
Now,
These
how
have not
does
been bad.
drinking this at 2 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon feel as opposed to the usual like 8 p.m. when you normally drink these?
And I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. No, I mean, it's Sunday afternoon. That's a good time for beer, especially in the middle of the summer, like that after church lunch beer, right?
Sure.
That's what
I thought about pouring myself.
I think.
I buy it, sure. I thought about pouring myself a drink to join you, but I only have red wine open right now. And I feel like you have to drink red wine after the sundown. I don't know if you can drink red wine during the day. There's probably not like a law about it. If I had white wine, I would have brought that. But
like you'd have to be at like a wine tasting or some kind of fancy wine and cheese party thing there where they are decanting the alcohol and sifting it through the big snifter grifter thing. I don't know
pan
what it is.
for it like you're panning for gold.
Panning for wine. So, all right. Here is my ranking of the hard Mountain Dew. My least favorite has to be the original. It's not a distinct enough flavor that I recognize it as Mountain Dew, but it's not like a singular watermelon or black cherry, right? Like it's not like that. So it does end up, like I said, having that weird alcohol aftertaste. A little bit medicine-y, but not much. It's just like, oh yeah, this is Mountain Dew and it has an alcohol aftertaste. So it's just like, all right, what I expected. After that, I would have to say is this watermelon flavor, which is supposed to be their like major melon flavor. If you get the actual soda. But that would be my third. I guess in the ranking there. My next one after that would be the Baja Blast. One. That one was really good. I liked that one. That is also one that doesn't really have like a specific flavor as it's more like multiple fruits, but that one was very subtle and I liked it a lot. I think that one had a great taste, but then surprisingly, the cherry one was my favorite. I liked that one a lot. That one I think is helped out because it has that singular flavor. And while I was expecting it to be medicine-y, it wasn't really, at least to me. And so that was, I think, a big surprise. I was like, oh, this actually just tastes like a cherry soda. Like this, this tastes good. So the hard Mountain Dew Black Cherry is my favorite of the 4 flavors that they got there. So
congratulations.
Well, thank you. I worked hard to get here.
Congratulations to you, to Black Cherry, to the Mountain Dew as a whole, as a whole concept.
Here's to hard Mountain Dew. Cheers. Good stuff. Mr. Yazman is in the chat. What's up, Yaz?
Hello.
Hi. All that stuff. Movie talk. So we kind of interrupted our movie talk to do the hard Mountain Dew segment.
Gotta have a beverage with a movie.
Oh, sure, yeah. But we have some interesting news here that I don't think I was aware of until it happened and this news came out. Let's see. First, Yasmin in the chat says, "Are you guys talking about Pepsi that tastes like maple syrup and the Mountain Dew with the flamin' hot taste?" I haven't heard about the maple syrup Pepsi. Is this the like nitro one, Yasmin? Is that the Pepsi one you're talking about? I would like to try like an actual like maple Pepsi if that is an actual thing.
IHOP and Pepsi made a maple syrup cola.
Oh,
this is an article about the limited edition flavor from March, so we may have missed the window for maple Pepsi.
Damn.
Pepsi, very popular in Canada, so this seems like a good match.
Okay. Good stuff. The Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew, we actually did a taste test of that a long time ago when it first was still limited edition. I think I still have you can't really see it, but that's the can of the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew back there. That was good. We did that a while ago. But movie news here. So I have yet to see Morbius. I didn't go check it out when it was in theaters. I knew it was going to kind of be bad. I was just like, well, I'll get to it one day. Well, it did very bad. It flopped. And then it became a meme, right? People are getting morbed left and right. There's this meme about like Morbius 2, it's Morbin time. And there's now a video of Jared Leto looking at a fake script that has that title on it. Like all that stuff. It's been memed to hell. Apparently, because it became such a successful meme, they put it back in theaters, hoping to capitalize on the success of the meme, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, in its opening weekend, it made $85,000. Its second opening weekend, it made $85,000.
How many movies get to have a second opening weekend at all?
I mean, sure, not many. Which is a big feat, but they put this back out in like 1,000 theaters across the country, and still just no one went to go see it. I thought that was hilarious.
Have you been watching the new Break Room show, this live stream they're doing on the new Rockstars channel every weekday afternoon? They're very fun.
But I haven't checked it out yet.
Check it out. They've got a you pay for a super chat to show up on a YouTube live stream.
Sure. Yep. And
you can pay however much you want. And they were running this game, this challenge on Friday, where producer Zach Huddleston was like, if you guys donate, if you pay like $300 cumulatively in super chats today, I'll go see Morbius. He's like, I will be at this theater in Burbank. I'll be at the 10 p.m. showing tomorrow. Like, you could go see Morbius with me. So I'm wondering, I look forward to tomorrow's episode to hear about that Morbius adventure. Maybe all $85,000 are from this one new Rockstars theater.
That's funny. Yeah, if I had known that it was back out in theaters, and had I known if there was one near me, I might have tried to go see it.
Right, that sounds just wild.
Yeah, just because I haven't seen it yet, and I have a no pun intended morbid curiosity about the film too. Just like Venom and Venom 2. I've now seen the first Venom, but I haven't yet seen Venom 2, and I know I think it's streaming on Stars. Which I think I have access to, I think. So I think I'm able to watch Venom 2 if I really want to.
Have fun.
And then Morbius, I think, also just hit streaming services as well recently. I don't know what though, but it's out there apparently. So maybe one day
you may find him.
Come back here on the Captain's Log and just be like, I've seen it. I've been morbed.
Please report back to me on the morbining, because I do not know a single person who's actually seen it. I know that it's bad, but I don't know like what it actually contains. Bad how? Are there parts that are good? How is Jared Harris in it? How bad can Jared Harris be? Tell me about him.
From what I understand, from what I've been hearing, it's a very early 2000s superhero movie.
Wow.
Like back when they were making like Blade and like the original X-Men or like that.
Daredevil, Catwoman. Seems like this is what I'm picturing.
Right. Yeah. what's the, I don't Matt Smith, is that the guy's name? Is that the actor's name? No, who am I?
Doctor Who?
Yeah, the guy that's also in this one. Apparently, he's just in like a different movie.
Wow.
Compared to everyone else in this, like the direction that he took the character in, or was told to take the character in, is just apparently just you're somewhere else, dude. And then plot holes galore, I feel like. So who knows? And then some like weird end credit scene that's just like, why is this? I don't know, but I have yet to see it. So
someday we will learn.
Yeah. Yasmin says, I'm doing something similar. I told KFBF on Mark Freeman's Zoom call and on Twitter that if my YouTube channel reaches 1 million subscribers, I will review The Adventures of Acela or Akela. I'm not familiar with that one. Google it and you'll understand why I said 1 million sub goal. It's probably real bad. Man. Morbius. Oh well.
Wow. Oh yes. This looks like it is. Yeah, please Google this. It reminds me of the Rap City Street Kids, but I imagine you don't know what that is, so that comparison isn't helpful.
I don't think
wow,
so, yeah.
These eyes. They're truly unnatural, and they're all the exact same sort of unnatural. They look like they are truly just copy pasted onto the face. They don't organically belong there. They're staring into my soul. They're bright cyan, the way no eyes are.
Yeah, it looks like an animated. I don't know if that's the right one. I guess it's the same style and all that stuff. But yeah, it's just like this CGI characters. They look like dolls. Almost.
This looks like Food Fight. It doesn't look well, and it is from the year 2020. Yeah, mustache, cool. And we've got like a little girl wearing a weird dress. We've got 2 other kids. We have an old safari man. We have some sort of like an ogre, a green guy, like a frog man,
like a
and then just a
man. Yeah,
right, and then just a completely normal looking eagle, tiger, and beagle. There's just a normal beagle who's part of the cast.
Yeah. I'm pulling up the trailer on screen here. Are you ready for a fantastic adventure?
I am.
Oh
elsewhere.
God.
Thank you.
A mysterious forest. There's sheep and goats. God, this looks like a bad PlayStation 2 game. Curious kids.
That sounds very sinister.
In a world with curious kids. There's a tiger. There's an eagle in here. What the hell is going? Is this like Fake Me Out Narnia?
Right.
Weird. I don't know. Yeah, this animation looks awful.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you and your 1 million subscribers.
Yaz says it's a Turkish film where all the voice actors were hired through Fiverr.
Oh my God!
That's funny. Wow. Interesting. The things people come up with these days, you know. Another thing, have you seen this like genre of YouTube videos where it's like, I paid 5 designers to redesign my logo, or like I paid 5 musicians to do my intro.
Yeah,
music.
I've seen ones that are cakes. Like I paid 3 bakeries to make this sort of cake. How'd they do it?
I kind of like those videos, and this kind of reminds me of that. Of like, I hired 20 different voice actors on Fiverr to make my movie. That's funny. So other kind of pop culture news here that we got that we want to talk about.
Let's go through it.
So apparently today, just before we started recording, Marvel released a poster for I Am Groot, which
Cute.
is going to be a show on Disney Plus of like shorts, of animated shorts. Of course, starring Baby Groot. Let me see. I'm pulling up the tweet here with the poster so you all can see it. There it is. I Am Groot from Marvel Studios. Looks like there's some little alien creatures in there as well.
Something
He's got
new.
himself an alcoholic drink. Baby Groot, should you be drinking that? Maybe it's
he's very old.
Daiquiri.
Yeah,
Baby
this is the
Groot.
explanation we had to give to our mom, who saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and did not like that. Did not like that those men were mean to the baby. And we had to explain to her that he's like a centuries-old soul. He's just in a very small body. Like, his body has just regenerated. Like, he's not, like, literally a baby. She's like, I still don't like it.
Right. That reminds me. So, you remember, this was what? Back in, like, middle school for us, or, like, early high school, when Napoleon Dynamite was, like, the big thing. Apparently, my friend's mom went to go see the movie because, you know, it was the talk of the town. What is this Napoleon Dynamite that the kids are talking about all the time? And apparently she walked out of the movie crying because everyone was so mean to Napoleon and all that. They're bullying him, and we just thought that was the funniest thing, that the mom like left like so upset that like he was being bullied. It was great.
He has allies. He's got Pedro. He's got Deb.
Yeah.
It ends on a positive note for Napoleon. He shows everybody.
He sure does, but she sure doesn't know that. We just thought that was really funny. But yeah, I Am Groot coming out August 10th. When was She-Hulk coming out? Wasn't this around this same time?
Yeah.
It was like August 8th or like August 10th. Let me see here.
Yeah, maybe the 10th is a Wednesday.
Release date. What does it say here? August 17th. So it's the week after.
All right.
There you go. Good stuff.
Nice little, it's like watching a little cartoon before the movie starts. Like watching a Pixar short.
That would be awesome. That's brilliant. I would love that.
I would love if they brought this back. If they had like a mini What If cartoon before we go see the Marvels or something.
Oh my God. Yes. That would be, I would pay extra to go see that. That'd be incredible. Yeah, good stuff. I don't really know what to expect with that, but it's just little shorts on that. So we shall see.
Nice way to introduce Groot to a small child. Important to know.
Yeah. Indeed. And then, Melissa, a long time ago on the review show, we read a comic book. Long to curious kids. On our podcast, The Review Show, which is our weekly book club style podcast, we covered a comic book by Jeff Lemire called Essex County. And it's kind of an anthology series set in a small town in Canada. And it's these like slices of life that are out there. And it's a really, really good comic. And I know, Melissa, it's one that's kind of stuck with you as a favorite of some of the stuff that we've read.
It was a very impressive piece of work, especially for being such a simple, straightforward slice of life story. But there's imagery in it that's very haunting. It's a very sort of wistful story. It's not fun. I don't know if I'd say it's fun, but it's a really solid piece of work.
Uplifting, right?
Yeah,
it sticks with you, but it's also not necessarily like so sad that you're like you're gonna walk away from this being depressed for the rest of your life. It does have some melancholy to it, but it is this like this charming slice of life story. Just you get these little pieces for around the town. Well, apparently Jeff Lemire announced that CBC has officially announced that they are adapting it as a 5-part live-action TV miniseries coming March 2023. And Jeff Lemire himself is showrunning and co-writing the series, and he says to stay tuned for more details soon. Yeah, highly recommends that comic. Go check it out. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's still on Comixology Unlimited. If you have a subscription to that, you guys can go read it there.
I think we talked about it on episode 40 of the review show. This is years ago.
Today we recorded episode 208 of the review show, so this was a long time ago. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I like that a bunch of Jeff Lemire's stories are finally being adapted on screen. He's also the creator of Sweet Tooth. If you guys have seen that Netflix show about the young kid with the deer antlers, the series was okay. I liked it. I think season 2 is on its way. It should be here either this year or next year. I don't know if it's going to really continue much after that. But that was nice. But yeah, Jeff Lemire is a fantastic comic creator. He's been inducted into the Review Show Hall of Fame because we've read a number of his stuff there, and he's a favorite.
We'll have to do a formal review show Hall of Fame special one day.
Once we actually have more people in there than just Jeff Lemire, because we haven't like really actually inducted anyone else besides Jeff Lemire.
I feel like in my heart, Bruce Willis is in there because we've accidentally watched 6 Bruce Willis movies.
Yeah,
which might be the most. He's in, like, we talked about 3 separate movies and then the whole Unbreakable trilogy. So we've talked about him on 4 different episodes, and I don't know if that's happened to another actor. I'd have to check.
Winning by technicality is Bruce Willis. Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, congratulations to Jeff Lemire. That is a great comic. I'm excited to see that. I hope it's just like a straight adaptation where each one is like its own little slice of life story there in Essex County. Could be fun. Last but not least, before we do our break and then get into the second half of the show, Our Flag Means Death officially got a second season.
Good. Happy Pride Month to everybody.
Yeah, I feel like they waited for Pride Month to start to specifically be like, hey, that gay pirate show you all like? Second season, you're getting more.
They announced it with a banner in a parade.
Yeah, indeed. That is a phenomenal show. We also covered that more recently. On the review show. Lots of shout outs to our other podcast, the review show. But we are happy that one got a season 2. Well, there you go. Well, I think this is a good spot for a break for housekeeping and all that stuff. And then when we get back, we got some interesting things to talk about here with movie titles and names and protagonists and stuff like that. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make. And yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts. And we'd love it if you check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/TheWhatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and a thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/the Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you'd like to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to thewhatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today. And we are back. A big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Opening up your wallets and supporting us. It means a lot. We appreciate it tons. Cool things that we've been up to here on the review show. Of course, in the show, we've mentioned a bunch of stuff that we've done on the review show. But this morning, we recorded the review show on a manga called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. It's a ridiculous name, and it's been one that's been on my radar because of how ridiculous that name is. If you like JRPGs, if you like fantasy stories, if you like that kind of stuff, this might be up your alley. If you're interested in getting into manga and don't really know where to start, I feel like this is a good one to check out and start with. You don't really need to know anything else. Like, there's a few references to other things out there, but not stuff that is a hindrance to checking out. So yeah, that was a good one. Good surprise. I had a lot of fun with that. On Crossplay, our video game podcast, we are gearing up for Summer Game Fest. E3 is not happening this year, but Summer Game Fest is happening in its stead. There's going to be all kinds of new game announcements and trailers and all that stuff. And Sony kicked it off this past week with a brand new State of Play. That's their showcase. And we got to see the new Final Fantasy 16. We got to see the new Street Fighter. So we've been talking about all of that stuff. We've also been diving into our backlog of video games and playing things like Sekiro and Cyberpunk and all of that stuff. So go check out Crossplay. There's some cool things coming down the road with that. And then on the Reactor Core, both myself and Ignacio Rojas, who is one of the hosts of Crossplay, we did our reactions to Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 1. We did it on like the first 3 of that show. So be on the lookout down the road when we do our reactions to the finale of that. And Miss Marvel also starts this week, so be on the lookout for our reactions to that coming up real soon here. That's about it for housekeeping. Let's get into the second half of the show here.
Yes.
Melissa, you made an observation.
I did. We are living in a period where there are a lot of sequels and spin-offs that are simply named after the protagonist. We watched Obi-Wan. I watched Top Gun Maverick. You
Ahsoka
look at the upcoming
is coming.
Right, exactly. It was the Star Wars Celebration that made me think about this. Like, I understand exactly.
Cassian Andor.
Is the most interesting title for the Cassian Andor show really just Andor? I understand, like, the name recognition, the brand identity. There's nothing wrong with this as an individual strategy. Movies just named after the person are not new. But I feel like we're getting too many of them, and somebody has to do what the Acolyte did and call themselves something more abstract than that.
Even the Acolyte, though, is not too far off from that naming convention, right? Where it's like, job title.
The Mandalorian. We have had him.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that is that one's not a job title per se, though. That's race.
Yeah, you can't apply to be a Mandalorian.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's history of just a thing being named after like the protagonist.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
not
it
new.
seems like recently there's been an influx of that, which on one hand, I don't actually mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it when it is these mini series, right? When it is these like limited series, 6-episode thing, Cassian Andor, here's the show that focuses on him and it's a character study on that, right? But yeah, if it's a bigger movie, I don't. It's like, what? Really? Like, you're just like, if the Harry Potter movies were only named Harry Potter and didn't have that subtitle,
it's Harry Potter
strange.
2.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just has the number 2, the number 3 at the end.
Like Rocky.
It sometimes that doesn't. Yeah. Rocky is maybe more iconic.
Yeah. Rocky's also like an adjective. Rocky is literal and symbolic. His journey is Rocky.
James Bond.
You bond with him. I don't know if he bonds to other people, but you bond with him.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there absolutely is like an influx of just the protagonist is the title.
And I do admire that the James Bond movies, like, his name is not in the title of any of them. His name's like on the poster. It's part of the branding of the thing, but like, it was not James Bond Has No Time to Die. James Bond in Skyfall. Like, there was a lot of creativity to those titles, and I admire that. The Mission Impossible movies have got pretty creative titles.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's nothing wrong individually with a show named after the person, but there's too many of them. Some of these, let's go through a renaming exercise. I would like if Obi-Wan was just called Old Ben.
Yeah, you would have like, because the series itself is very much about this guy who's kind of closed himself off from the Force and hasn't realized things that are kind of happening out there in the world, and that certain people are still alive and all of that stuff. So it would, like, the word revelation comes to mind with that. So I don't know, like, I don't want that to be the title, but it needs some other kind of thing with the word revelation.
I like that. Yeah.
Right. Like,
Revelation in the sand.
Sure. Or Jedi Revelations.
Right.
Or
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this being punctuation soup, where it's like name, phrase. I'll take the punctuation soup to get more words than just the name.
Speaking of punctuation soup and Star Wars, one of the worst offenders of this is a video game series called Star Wars Jedi. And so it is Star Wars, Jedi, but then they also have a subtitle after that. So there's another semicolon and a thing there. So it's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, or Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Like,
you don't have to tell us Jedi. You can tell us when there's not a Jedi. That's more specific.
That's the thing. I think they didn't want to include the Star Wars name per se, or just like Star Wars Fallen Order might not have the SEO that they really want. So I think by them putting Jedi in there, they really brand it as its own separate thing. Star Wars Jedi, and then it's Fallen Order or Survivor, but it's just like name, semicolon, second name, semicolon, third name.
Third name's where the excitement is. Let's make it just the excitement, baby. It's cut out all the other stuff.
It's like being called by your full name, like when someone's mad at you. Kyle Bradley Springer. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Right. If we're really upset met at a movie. People should invent a middle name to accost it by.
Right, yeah. James Bond 007 Quantum of Solace. What are you doing?
No, it's like let's give it a human middle name. James Bond 007 Horace Quantum of Solace. We're disappointed in you.
God, that's funny.
Let's give movies middle names, not characters, but movies. Fast Margaret Furious, you're in trouble.
And where is your sister? Too Fast Terry Too Furious.
Terry. If your middle name is Terry, please write in.
God. No, so to get back what we were actually supposed to do here, rethinking some of the names here for a show that is only named after the protagonist. What else? What's another example of something that's named after a protagonist?
I feel like you could come up with a better name for Top Gun Maverick than Top Gun Maverick. Like, there's so much cool, like, pilot lingo. You could have named it after something like that. It's like, it really doesn't tell you anything. I know he'll be there. I know he will continue to be a Maverick. You don't have to spell that out for me. Yeah.
Right? Like, they have the name Top Gun. They don't necessarily need that subtitle there, but
I feel like for a legacy sequel, a sequel that is happening so far after the initial one, you should have a subtitle instead of just 2, Top Gun 2, to sort of give it that, I don't know, that air of respect. You could call it like Top Gun, Hard Limit, or something.
That's not a bad name. I think it's also that they don't necessarily want to hinder people from like, oh, this is the second one. I haven't seen the first one, so not going to go watch this. But if it's something like Top Gun Maverick, it's like, oh, this is the first of that. Or if you know that it is technically a sequel, you can go watch that first one, right? You can get caught up. It's not difficult to do that, but because it doesn't have the 2 there, it's not necessarily hindering there. Which is always something I even think about for our podcasts of like, do I really want to put, so when we publish the podcast, I don't publish the number of the podcast in the title. It's in the description, but it's not the title. It's that I don't want someone to see like, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, episode 208, and they think, wow, they've done 208 episodes on that time I got reincarnated as a slime. And just not
extremely granular. We talk about every individual goblin.
Right, yeah. Episode 59 about Mountain F32. Right. You guys will know what that means if you've read the manga. But yeah, like that way, if someone like has read that manga or has seen the movie that we're watching that week, they feel like they can jump in on that one, which they can. I just don't want that number to scare them off of like, man, I have to catch up on 100 and something of these, right?
They do that anime thing where they put their arm behind their head. They're that nervous.
That or I always so yeah, I do it as the like bashful, like, oh god, golly gee, what do you know? But in my mind, I also think of Shane from The Walking Dead, who's just like, you can't protect him, Rick. You can't protect him. So there you go.
There's
let me
no, I just another example is that there's an upcoming Disney Plus animated series about Princess Tiana, who I love, just called Tiana. Like, can we call it like Tiana's Place? Like the restaurant she's going to open? Can it be Tiana and something? Tiana : something? Tiana's Possessive something. Can we get one more word, please?
Right? Exactly. So to kind of wrap things up then, let me ask you this. Would you still watch movies if a movie that did not have a name that was just the protagonist name, if it was just named after the protagonist?
Oh,
like
that's what you're asking. Okay.
Would you go see Raleigh Beckett, the movie, which is just Pacific Rim?
I don't know if I would. When you wrote this down, I was thinking about what if movies were named after the civilian names. So it wasn't Top Gun Maverick, it was Top Gun Pete Mitchell.
Yes, that or just Pete Mitchell, the movie.
Pete Mitchell. I want a shirt that is the Top Gun font and it just says Pete Mitchell.
or like instead of Mission Impossible, it's Ethan.
Right, not even Ethan Hunt, just Ethan.
Just Ethan.
Right. I would love if Captain Marvel was just called Carol, and then the movie Carol with Kate Blanchett has to be called something else.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I think that'd be really funny.
I would love it. Okay. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Bruce returns. Bruce forever. Bruce and Dick. The Bruce begins.
Bruce and Dick. Bruce and Dick.
We've got Bruce versus Clark. We've got Bruce and Clark and friend. Right. The Bruce. Lego Bruce.
Bruce versus Clark. That'd be really funny. It's a lot more nondescript to do like just the first name, that they run out of names quickly. But
the first name thing, sometimes this does work though. People love Barry, people love Dave. There's something when it's just like a plain normal given name that's so understated, it does become kind of funny and kind of intriguing. Like Barry is a better name for that show than The Hitman or something.
What if would you go see a movie called Dominic Cobb?
I'd go to a restaurant named Dominic Cobb's.
Well, you'd be missing out on a movie called Inception. So God.
What's the name of the guy from Avatar? Does anyone know?
Who's the protagonist in that? Jake Sully.
Oh, right. Jake. James Cameron's Jake makes $2 billion.
Amazing. God, yeah, I like some of these. I would only work in retrospect, like only knowing what they are actually, right? But I think that's really funny.
This is a challenge. I want to see famous movie logos that are just the
main character's
normal human names.
Let's see here in this movie. Where's the Ren McCormack. It's Footloose.
Right, exactly. Footloose is a great title. I love titles that are
Footloose
like a concept. I was thinking back on review show topics. Welcome to the Captain's Log, the #1 podcast where we talk about the review show. But like, Halt and Catch Fire is a great title.
Yes.
And that concept, the like computer command code that is the phrase halt and catch fire, never actually comes up, but just spiritually, it informs what that show is about.
Yes,
like The Leftovers is perfect. If you call, though I would also love if The Leftovers was just called Kevin.
That'd be great.
Right. If Halt and Catch Fire was called Joe and Company. And like, let's get back into a land of like abstract titles. Avatar, one of the top abstract titles out there.
God, yeah. Yeah, I guess. I guess. I still don't like the movie Avatar. But whatever.
You don't have to like it. We're talking about title theory here. We can name other movies with great abstract titles, like Uncut Gems.
Oh, sure. Yeah. And
there's more coming down the line. Yes, we've got like straight by the book Elvis, but then we've also got Nope. We've got 3,000 Years of Longing. These very evocative titles that give you a mystery, and it's like, come to the theater, solve the mystery.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff you could do, but some of these are just really funny to think about. Joe and Company. God, good stuff. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up the show for this week. I did not get into my cinema corner for this week, but I can do that next week.
Yes.
So yeah, we will wrap things up here. So Melissa, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And listen to my other podcasts, Saturday Morning Obscurities, show where me and my brother Jams talk about weird old kids shows you feel like only you remember. And our latest episode is on the underrated and truly bizarre Disney animated film Meet the Robinsons.
Good stuff. You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, we are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. So please go like, share, and subscribe. That would help us out a ton. Please spread the word. We would be super grateful for all of that. But yeah, this has been number 191 of the Captain's Log. We will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.